just for fun, this is the part of the other day that I didn't film. This is a road called Broadcast Lane, quite near the exit of 285. That's down to the burn yard, which is where you take branches and crap, as opposed to the dump. There's a broadcast tower over there, but if you take this road around, it will dump you straight into the Leroux Wash. And I do mean dump you. The wash part of the road is washed out. Anyway, we're going to do much the same thing today in terms of getting to the Leroux, but we are going to do it from a different angle and for a different purpose. So careful viewers will remember this spot. We are south of the interstate, near the truck stop, and a while back we walked this little road, and today what I intend to do is walk it again quickly, find that spot where there's a little ATV ramp that lets you in. You might recall that you could get to the Leroux that way, and then we are going to follow that. My intention is to follow that down to the point where the Leroux Wash meets the Little Colorado River. I actually visited this website the other day, and there are some downsides. Number one, a round trip to Dilcon is about $30 in gas. So if I were to get a job at the shiny new health facility out there, there'd have to be some kind of comp for that, I would think. They did have jobs along the lines of security guard and meal prepper. The very kind of job I would be looking for. Completely brainless. Leave it when you leave the facility. Another downside is that they post their discriminatory practice right up front and proudly. In other words, they say, if we can find a native person, a Navajo, one of the Diné, to do any of these jobs, we're going to hire them and not you, the non-native applicant. Which means that in terms of employment opportunities, I for sure would be scraping the bottom of the barrel. But again, I don't really mind it. There was a newspaper article that I found under the same search that said that they were really struggling to find people. All I would really care about is that the shifts are very long. There's no sense, even if I am getting comped for the gas, to run down to Dilkon and back 110 miles, $30 worth of gas for a 3-hour shift. And if you could find me a 12-hour shift, I might be inclined to view the opportunity more favorably. 2 of those in a week, 3 at the most. The whole idea is amusing to me. Why on earth, when I am finally on the verge of retiring for real and getting paid my own investment in Social Security at last, why on earth would I want to go back to work? The answer is that I've been considering many different angles that would involve making more money. Hello, Leroux. One of those things is truly fixing up the house here nice, and or trading it in for something like the new little warehouse that just opened up across the street from me. And of course, there's always putting a house on the land in silver. And there is always putting a brand new engine and transmission in my 25-year-old truck. And there is always the idea of replacing my 6x12 trailer that I can barely stand up in with a brand new 7x14, 7x16 that I can stand up in for, say, $10,000–$12,000 last time I checked. I know this wind must be eating my audio alive, so I'm gonna wait till I get somewhere a little more sheltered. That looks a little more sheltered. You and I have been here before too. There's the cross and the railroad trestle. And even before that relatively recent video, I was here once before. I walked from the floodwall direction all the way down into here. There's a little sign up that way that we read. All I recall about it is that it was vaguely amusing. All right. So from this point forward, we'll be traversing new ground. And I do know from the map that rather than heading due south like we're facing right now, we are going to start rapidly turning to the west And it's actually quite a bit of a distance before this wash finally meets the Little Colorado. But I'm looking forward to seeing it. And I'm glad you're coming along. Up around the bend, we've got a short piece of road to go with our wash. I think we're there. Terminus of the Leroux Wash as it becomes tributary to the Little Colorado. Back that way toward town. We've walked most of that. Down toward Winslow, not so much. But I'm glad and proud to have made it this far. At last. The mud is a lot slicker than it looks. Alright then. For now, by my own gainfully unemployed standard, I'm gonna call that an honest day's work. I didn't come back the